I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Yeah. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Yeah. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And he's got his man on the out route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Set, ready? 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it instead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Max 50, Max 50. Hey, come on now, come on now.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the extra point. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught off the deflection. A gain of 6 there on first.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, up. Here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a throw right sideline is complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
A gain of 14. And the Raider first down.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, defense, let's get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, a 9-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. He'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Raiders on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Ready. 18 Gator. Watch QB drop. Come. Watch QB drop.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards on the play.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Get the ball.
Get it.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.